Survivors we are, survivors we are. Are you ready for the journey? Clones Karim is the name, yes indeed. Survivors we are.
Hi, Crohn's Corim here. Bit of pop my glasses. Oh. Hi, Crohn's Corim here. Having a good state of mind can help you through a lot of things. Some people are very driven, very focused, have a set of goals, expectations, and that works for them. Now, I've always had a bit of a cuckoo brain, and I find myself amusing myself with distractive thoughts. Nothing so fanciful or disturbing, but I think given that what might be occurring around me, I kind of abuse myself so I don't get caught up in the boring part of a situation, you know, waiting for a train or sitting in a waiting room, or the amount of times or hours that we spend in a hospital bed with just the patients and doctors walking past us, and in my mind they're like puppets and they're performing some kind of play to amuse my cuckoo brain. What we go through on a daily basis is reality, but for me I don't see the harm. I don't see the harm in stepping in and out of reality from time to time. I mean, it's perception, or the perception of reality. If anything, it amuses me and keeps me happy, because that's all we got sometimes. And again, you can push away the humdrum, boring Crohn's malarkey that we have to go through. In other words, looking at the brighter side. Well, indeed, the brighter side of life. I'm not sure if you've ever seen Monty Python's Life of Brian, and I'd recommend that movie. It's a good laugh as long as you don't get caught up in the hidden or the unhidden messages. But at the end of the movie, it's got the hero and likewise the rest of the cast all singing in unison, "Always look at the bright side of life," whilst whistling. It's brilliant. Anyway, so I do that a lot to avoid what I have to do kind of thing. I mean, we all got stuff to do, like work and the bag stuff, blah, blah, blah. But it's in those moments where you've got time to sort of stare off the hassle of whatever it is that you've got to be in, It's like the resting face, or the stink face, as some people call it. But I usually, when I'm in that state of the face, I'm kind of staring off into one corner. In my head, something else is going off. There's singing, there's dancing, there's laughing. A lot's going on in my brain, but I just look like I'm troubled by something. Funny, I've got caught out during my cuckoo brain stink face moment, which may amuse you, where I've just shared a nice romantic moment with a partner. And you know what it's like with Crohn's, or indeed any painful illness. You do find yourself needing a moment to deal with your pain, however you do. In my case, I rely on my cuckoo brain to take me away from whatever it is that I've got to deal with, so that I can get a handle on it and carry on with whatever moment I was in. But if you're in the beginning of a relationship, you don't always have time to explain your processes, and sometimes it can be a little odd for the other person, especially if they haven't quite understood. But especially if you've kind of just shared a romantic moment, and then you're asked, why do you look bemused? What are you thinking? And as usual, in my experience, that's the time you don't really want to say what you're thinking. Like who'd win in a fight between your mother and the dragon, because clearly your mother's got the advantage, having just feasted on the postman and whatever unfortunate code caller that might have tried calling during her psychic reading with Sarge. But I digress. When using this particular level of pain relief, stink face, be careful if you're asked something, and always have some kind of generic answer to sort of keep the mood of the room. Anyway, give it a go. There's no guarantees, but in a way you've got nothing to lose. Anyway, I have to leave you now. I can feel the pain mark sort of rearing its ugly head, and it would be nice to let the dragon win for a change. Corim out.
Survivors we are.